Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the world of the minor scales. As we have been studying, we've talked a lot about major scales. We've done C, G, D, A, E. We've done some of the flat keys. All major scales, all having that feeling of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? But now we're going to talk about minor keys. Now there are two kinds of minor keys. There are relative minors and parallel minors. Parallel minor simply means that C major, C minor, A major, A minor, E major, E minor, the same starting note. But to really understand the minor, I think it's best to first look at the relative minor. The relative minor uses the same key signature as the major, but it starts 3 notes lower. Or in essence, it starts a minor third down from the major key. If we look at the chart here, or the notation, you can see that there is the C, and it goes C, D, E, F, G, A. And of course, if we kept going, we would have B and C, and that would be our major scale. But what we're doing is we're going to start 3 notes before the C. So 1, 2, 3, we're going to start on the A. And if we start on the A using the same notes from the key of C, we will have a minor scale, A minor scale, which goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then back to A. Now if I play that, it's called a natural minor because it uses the exact same notes from the major key. Let's play that. Okay, so what happened was when people heard that, it didn't quite have the strong finish that they were looking for. So what they decided to do is to make that 5 chord a little bit stronger and bring a little bit from the major key over. And of course in the major key the 5 is a major chord. So they decided to make the 5 a major chord in the minor scale, and that would give them a little bit of more power coming to an end of a 5-1 ending, a full cadence. So they took the 5 chord and they turned it into a major. And by doing that, that changed the scale. So they took this natural minor scale, which had the notes derived completely from the major, relative major above it, and they changed it to call it a harmonic minor. The harmonic minor raises the 7th note, and you can see by doing that, it turns the major, the 5, into a major chord. So now we have a minor to a minor to a major to a minor. And listen to this and see the difference. Okay, so you see that now we have a little bit stronger finish with the major 5 chord. Now what happened then is that people said, you know what, this interval from this F to the G sharp is a minor third, and that's kind of a long interval. So for singing melodies, it's a little bit awkward to go that much of a distance to go from note to note. So they decided to enhance it a little further, and they decided to take the 6th note and sharp that note. And that gave us what is called the melodic minor, so that when we sing melodies in a minor key, it sounds a little bit smoother. Now what did that do? That now gives us a very strong 4 chord, which is a major, and a very strong 5 chord as the harmonic did. But of course it maintains the 1 as a minor. So let's give this a listen. So in your songs and your listening, when you're in a minor key, listen for these things, that songs change from harmonic to melodic and even back to the natural minor. If you find a 5 chord in your minor song that's a minor 5 chord, then of course you know that you're in the natural minor mode. But if it's a minor key, and the 5 is a major, then you'll know that you're going into either the harmonic or the melodic. Um, so listen for this in your music. I think we've already done some songs, especially in the classical vein. Look at Fur Elise and try to figure out what kind of a minor key that is. Is that harmonic, melodic, or is it back to natural? Or does it switch back and forth? The great composers did a lot with this kind of stuff. So as you write your song this week in your minor key, try to think about your melodies and determine, are you writing in a harmonic minor mode, or are you in melodic? Or are you going back to the natural minor, where everything is just as is and you're dealing with a lot of minor chords? So have fun with this. I hope this helps. We'll talk more about it in class. And as always, have fun with the music.